Black Power. Obviously, the call was put out to intensify the terrorist attacks against us out here in California. This week we saw at least 3 murders, and we have to really look at how we are not just responding to these situations, but proactively dealing with these situations. We could very likely be avoiding some of these murders for over a year now, going back to August 2015 when we had our security meeting. You know, we were sharing information for this past year. We have been sharing this information. Things like not calling 911 in times like this are very necessary. You know, for no reason can we call these pigs in, regardless of what the situation is. You know, we even before this week saw how many people have called them to help loved ones or called them to help themselves, and those people who called either got killed or their loved ones got killed. So it's beyond time for more people who are saying they're about this movement to start putting that information out. We also have to start examining those who are amongst us who are telling us to be peaceful or to not do nothing, whether it's the nonprofits coming, responding on the scene, or whether it's big homies in the hood telling you to do nothing. Again, if they have a nonprofit, quite often right now, people are being seduced with this illusion that they're going to get these millions of dollars to keep everything contained right now. And what these idiots aren't examining, as history shows, once they take out enough people in our communities, even these fools who they've been lying to and stringing along, they're going to get all this money, don't get that. Quite often they get taken out. They get locked up, neutralized, killed after the fact, you know, especially if they know certain things, because they are going to try to clean up all who knows whatever. So, you know, young brothers and sisters, really examine what's going on, because we have been told to just, you know, contain ourselves and allow this genocide to happen peacefully. In the situation in San Diego, it's being reported that they were even taking people's phones. So if you are out there on the scene recording, most definitely do that. Even before you record, try to make sure you contact 3 to 5 people and try to get them out there first before you start recording. You know, if you live streaming, we're seeing a lot of these live streams being interrupted, whether the audio is being lowered, interrupted, whether the video feed itself is being interrupted. And if you pay attention to what happened in Charlotte after the fact, they're using these videos to lock people up. So also be aware of what you're recording. You know, don't record what would otherwise be deemed as something illegal. One of the things we've been trying to emphasize out here in LA when these things happen is not just responding in the hood, but we have to go to their communities and express our pain. You know, one of the areas out here in LA we've been suggesting is Wilshire and Rodeo, but other groups have continued to manage to redirect that energy and keep that energy in our communities. Later on this week, I'll try to put out information more dedicated specifically to other things we have to do to be proactive, and even after the fact, such as not talking to the police. I saw the video in San Diego. The woman didn't really want to talk. Other people were coming, encouraging her, telling her to talk to the police, but they will use any and all the information you give them against you or against the person they just killed. At one point, people were telling her to tell the police whether or not her brother was on medication. Again, that helps them build a case that, you know, people on meds and acting crazy are not responding. But we have to be real careful about this. My phone is being repressed to where I can only put out, you know, videos of a certain length, and even then it takes so long to upload them, so I can't go into all of that on this one. There are other things I do want to touch on, but how we are being proactive. You know the police are coming. Communicate to that 3 to 5 people before you start video streaming. If you're in a car chase such as the brother yesterday, Cornell Snell Jr., try to communicate to people and have them meet you where you believe you're going to stop. And hopefully, you know, there'll be enough people to help resist these psychopaths murdering you. Next, just want to go on the prison strike. It was a lot of victories this past week. Guards in Holman prison are quitting. Supposedly this week, all of them are going to quit. they're saying that the conditions there are not just safe for them, but they agree the conditions for the inmates are not safe, are not sanitary. They agree that the inmates should be getting paid for the work they're doing, whether it's in the prisons themselves, because the guards would otherwise have to do it, or whether it's the work they're doing for these corporations. Also, CCA announced they're going to have layoffs in Nashville because of the resistance to for-profit prisons. And just lastly, the CEO of at&t came out to defend Black Lives Matter. He didn't speak on prisons directly, but we know this is a result of the pressure that is being put on these corporations who are profiting off of prisons. So most definitely, everyone continue doing what, all of us are doing. Most definitely salute to the brothers and sisters locked down who are being retaliated against. Information has come out that the efforts are being shifted from a work stoppage to a hunger strike. But as I've been trying to point out to brothers and sisters, they will let you all die right now if you try to use a hunger strike as your main means of resistance. Again, the media isn't covering this, so the more prisoners who are for resistance, if gonna commit suicide through not feeding yourself, they'll be all for that. So the work stoppage is one of the main things that has gotten this current movement to this point. So that most definitely has to continue, and those of us out here on the outside have to continue organizing these boycotts. Last week here in LA, we tried to put out more information as far as alternative places to go. I'm seeing people in other areas doing similar things. But again, those of you who are in support of this, please don't just like this. Help get this information out. Whether you can go out and do direct actions at these locations, Starbucks, McDonald's, whatever, feed information to people, whether you can help support those of us who are doing this to further that. But just please help us continue to get the information out. We are getting closer to this election. Like I've been trying to tell people, Hillary has already been selected. So all this madness about Trump is misdirecting your focus. Okay, they're using Trump to come out and say all this crazy foolishness to get people to shift their minds off of all the foul shit Hillary has been doing for 30 plus years. And basically, voting or not voting is giving your consent to the administration she's about to put into place, or not voting is one means of saying this government does not represent us at this time and point after having a black president, and shit just gotten worse over 8 years. This current police state, knowing that Hillary is the queen, she's one of the main people who helped put this in motion. Seeing all these wars that are about to pop off, whether it's Syria, different countries in Africa that they will be sending your youth to take out if the police here don't kill them first and foremost. But yeah, shit is about to get real ugly. So not voting is your best way to say you don't represent anything, you don't support anything this government that is not governing us is about, and put in motion. Because people are saying, okay, if you don't vote what? We have to put in motion what the most honorable Marcus Garvey, the most honorable Malcolm X have been teaching us. Black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, self-determination, building up our own at this point. Quickly, a point as far as out there in Charlotte, y'all, put more pressure on the fact that those pigs planted that gun. I'm attaching in the description a video that pretty much breaks down the gun being planted, so please review that. But stay focused on that, because I see they're shifting people's focus in different directions, whether it's locking up some of the brothers and sisters who were out there, or again, the media redirecting your attention. But stay focused on the fact that that gun was planted. The police chief has been lying this whole time. Where's the prosecutor on this? And don't accept any FBI, DOJ investigation, because they've been investigating all this mess and they keep saying the same things. Nothing is happening outside of their policy. So obviously they have a policy for this genocide that is taking place. Even in Tulsa, where you saw the woman psychopath being charged, pigs have been getting charged. But at the end of the day, even if they get sentenced, like Measley, who killed Oscar Grant, they're not getting any real sentencing, and also they're being financially rewarded. That's why they are so zealous to participate in this. And just lastly, out here in the Merck Park, I want to thank all of y'all who stepped up over this past week to organize and help provide for the brothers and sisters there. But we still have a huge fight on our hands, because they're looking at multiple millions, if not billions of dollars in this immediate area. So they want all of us gone, especially all of us who are resisting. But over this week again, you know, putting out information, opportunities for people to get more involved, who want to get involved. They are intensifying taking us out, y'all. If you sit back and continue to watch this shit, it's going to be all bad. Because those of you who remain, is just like when they initially locked up our ancestors. They sent small groups to lock up, to capture small groups of us. And then before you knew it, they had masses of us locked up. And then those who were left on the continent came and got the continent taken over. So as they take out numerous people in our communities, lock up people in our communities, those who are left, whether you're going to be forced to pay higher rents, whether you're going to have less opportunities in the community, whether you're just going to be pushed out of this community, now is the time to get involved. All power to the people.